And finally, after some time of clearing up my mind and thinking what to do for my next video, I went to a store like 2 weeks ago and bought two figures for a very cheap price. The Warrior class remains of the Fallen Megatron and the Lux class follows Cybertron Skywarp. But since this isn't Megatron's video, let's get him out of here. Skywarp is the cheapest deluxe class figure I've ever got until now. In the store I went, I bought it loose, but whatever, it had all of its accessories and it cost me like $17, which is way more cheaper than the prices I've seen on eBay. For some background, this Skywarp comes from the Fallout Cybertron and War for Cybertron games, both of them part of the Alliance universe. And if you're asking, yeah, the background gameplay is from War for Cybertron. The illumination of this game isn't the best, but that isn't the point of the video. Skywarp, like Thundercracker, is a direct repaint of Starscream and shares all of its engineering. The gimmick doesn't change at all, but it would have been cooler if they gave the other Seekers a different type of weapon, instead of the same double neutron assault rifle, which in my opinion is one of the best weapons in the game. Consequently, most of the Fairly 30 figures came with an IDW Transformers comic. Making some research in the TF Wiki, this figure came with the issue number 23 of the Robots in Disguise comic. Luckily, most of these comics can be read online, but I'll do it when I have the time to do it so. The painting on the figure looks great, but it's not game accurate. Here is an image of the in-game model, and the chest from the figure is painted with a lighter tone of purple and not with a dark purple they should have used for him. Apart from that, most of the paint looks fine. There is no parts in the figure where the paint can be seen leaking or straight up paint chipping. The sculpting though is kinda questionable. First of all, it's Skywarp's back cable. It's obvious Hasbro needed to sacrifice some parts of the figure sculpting so that it could be as game accurate as possible, but they actually failed on how to make Skywarp's back less bigger than in the in-game model. And also it creates a very horrible gap that can be spotted when we look at it from the side. It's like the Studio Series tank Megatron's back as well, except that in Skywarp it's more notorious. In terms of engineering, the figure lacks of posability and has some problems with the arms. The figure doesn't have a waist swivel because of the transformation, and also his arms are on a mushroom peg, and it's so big that it's actually discovered in the back of the arm, that when you try to move it, the arm will mostly fall off. If you ask me, in time this will get pretty annoying. And now, for size comparison, here we have Shockwave, Warpath, Ratchet, Bulkhead, and Megatron.
Now for his transformation, I'm going to try my best to not speed up the video and show you how to do it. So first of all, remove all the weapons, and then what you want to do is to move these panels up and spin his head around. Now for the back cable here, what you want to do is like, it's in a peg here, it's in a tab, it's tapped here. You'll want to untouch it, straighten it up, and push the head around like this. Right here there are some tabs, there are some pegs, no, there are some holes on the tabs. It's going to straighten up the airplane. You have to tab it, don't move the head, and make this fall backwards. For this process it can be a little complicated because, as I showed you, the arms can fall off. So what you want to do is like hide the arms right here. Let me show you it. You have to spin it around. Be careful when it starts to like come flimsy, because it can fall off the figure like it's happening to me right now. This is a warning. I must ensure it's like rightly stuck in there. Yeah, that might do it. Repeat the same process with the other arm, with the other, yes, this part of here. Hide them up. And science, let me fix this one right here real quick. Right, so this is how it should look. Just move the hands here and just move on to the next part. And now for the final processes, what you have to do, the final two steps, you collapse this, you move this backwards. Watch out, it can always loose up. You need to straighten up the cockpit well. So here there are some holes near his feet, and there are some tabs here. What you want to do is straighten them up. Watch the holes and just tap them right there. You have to see if they, like this, and the other one here. Now for a final step, just turn up the nose, the jet's nose, And it's done.
And here we have it, the Cybertron jet mode of FoC Skywarp. The jet mode looks good, but it has its flaws. First of all, the face in the jet mode is completely visible and it's not covered like in the games. And secondly, the tail fin is supposed to have pause ability, since in gameplay, it opens up when you use a speed boost. The tail fin here doesn't open, but it has a secret gimmick. It isn't explained in the instruction manual, but the tail fin can be removed. Just pull it up and there are 3 holes visible in here. You can take the rifles, combine them, and mount them in top of the jet. It's not game accurate, but it's a very fun feature that the figure has to offer. For a size comparison, here we have again Shockwave, Warpath, Ratchet, Bulkhead, and Megatron. There is a third-party version of the figure made by Planet X. You can get yours at the Big Bad Toy Store, and I'll leave a link here so you can get yours. I actually recommend it more over the original one. But if you can't afford it, because, not gonna lie, those figures are kinda expensive, then there is no other choice than to get this Skywarp or the other 2 Seekers if you want this mold. Overall, the figure is decent, but if you're looking more for game accuracy, then it's better to get the Planet X one. Remember, if you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and we'll see you again soon.